Hi everyone. Welcome to Short Reads. Today I'll be covering the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is my personal favorite and crafted by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter. Kiyosaki is best known for his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which has become a bestseller and popularized the concept of financial education and independence. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also mention any book in the comments if you want us to cover and summarize it. We always love our community. Now, let us start discovering the book. Chapter 1. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The first chapter sets the stage for the rest of the book by introducing the two fathers who had a profound influence on Kiyosaki's life. His biological father, whom he refers to as Poor Dad, and his best friend's father, whom he calls Rich Dad. Kiyosaki explains that his poor dad was highly educated and held a steady job as a government employee, while his rich dad was a self-made millionaire who owned multiple businesses. Despite his poor dad's financial stability, Kiyosaki notes that his family struggled financially and that his parents constantly fought about money. In contrast, Kiyosaki was struck by the wealth and success of his rich dad and the freedom he enjoyed. The chapter goes on to describe the fundamental differences in the attitudes towards money and wealth between Kiyosaki's two fathers. Kiyosaki's poor dad believed in the traditional path of working hard, getting good grades, and finding a secure job with good benefits. He believed that job security and a steady paycheck were the keys to financial success. In contrast, Kiyosaki's rich dad had a different perspective. He believed that it was important to work for oneself and to create assets that generated passive income, such as owning a business or investing in real estate. He emphasized the importance of financial education and believed that one should not rely solely on a paycheck from an employer. Kiyosaki notes that these differing perspectives had a profound impact on his own beliefs about money and wealth. He writes, "One dad struggled to save a few dollars. The other created investments. One dad taught me how to write checks. The other taught me how to create wealth." Through his experiences with both fathers, Kiyosaki learned that the path to financial freedom is not simply about working hard and earning a steady paycheck. Rather, it requires a fundamental shift in mindset and an understanding of how to create assets that generate passive income. The chapter concludes with Kiyosaki urging readers to consider their own attitudes towards money and wealth. He encourages them to examine the beliefs they have inherited from their parents and to consider the possibility that there may be alternative paths to financial success. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of financial education and encourages readers to seek out opportunities to learn about money management and investing. Overall, Chapter 1 sets the stage for the rest of Rich Dad Poor Dad by introducing the two fathers who had a profound influence on Kiyosaki's life and by highlighting the fundamental differences in their attitudes towards money and wealth. The chapter challenges readers to consider their own beliefs about money and to think critically about the conventional wisdom surrounding financial success. Chapter 2. The Rich Don't Work for Money. Chapter 2 of Rich Dad Poor Dad focuses on the importance of financial education and how it differs from traditional education. Kiyosaki begins the chapter by sharing his own experiences with education, noting that he struggled in school and found it difficult to stay engaged in the material. He writes, "I was bored out of my mind. I wanted to learn, but the process of sitting in a classroom, listening to teachers, and memorizing facts bored me to death." Despite his struggles in school, Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of education in achieving financial success. However, he notes that traditional education often fails to provide students with the financial education necessary to succeed in the real world. He writes, "Most of us learn about money from our parents. So what can a parent tell their child about money if the parent themselves have little understanding?" Kiyosaki goes on to describe the fundamental differences between traditional education and financial education. He notes that traditional education focuses on teaching students to memorize facts and to pass exams, whereas financial education is focused on teaching students how to make money work for them. Financial education involves learning about topics such as investing, accounting, and financial analysis. Kiyosaki argues that financial education is critical to achieving financial freedom because it allows individuals to understand how money works and to create assets that generate passive income. He notes that traditional education often teaches individuals to work for money, whereas financial education teaches individuals how to make money work for them. The chapter concludes with Kiyosaki providing some practical advice for individuals looking to improve their financial education. He recommends reading books on financial management and investing, attending seminars and workshops, and seeking out mentors who have achieved financial success. He also emphasizes the importance of taking action and applying what one learns through practical experience. Overall, Chapter 2 highlights the importance of financial education and the ways in which it differs from traditional education. Kiyosaki emphasizes the critical role that financial education plays in achieving financial freedom and provides practical advice for individuals looking to improve their financial knowledge. The chapter challenges readers to reconsider their own attitudes towards education and to recognize the value of financial education in achieving their goals. Chapter 3. Why Teach Financial Literacy? This chapter explores the concept of mind your own business and how it can lead to financial freedom. Kiyosaki begins the chapter by emphasizing the importance of understanding the difference between an asset and a liability. He defines an asset as something that generates income, while a liability is something that generates expenses. Kiyosaki notes that many people fall into the trap of buying liabilities that they believe are assets, such as a fancy car or a large house. He argues that this mindset prevents individuals from building true assets that generate passive income. To illustrate his point, Kiyosaki shares a story about his own experiences with investing in real estate. He notes that his first investment property was not a financial success, largely due to his lack of knowledge and experience. However, he learned from his mistakes and was eventually able to build a successful real estate portfolio that generated passive income. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of minding your own business by focusing on building assets that generate income. He argues that many individuals spend too much time and energy working for someone else's business rather than focusing on building their own. He writes, "The poor and middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them." To build assets that generate income, Kiyosaki recommends investing in real estate or starting a business. He notes that these endeavors require a significant amount of time and effort, but can ultimately lead to financial freedom. He also emphasizes the importance of financial education in making informed investment decisions. The chapter concludes with Kiyosaki encouraging readers to take action towards building assets that generate income. He notes that it is important to start small and to learn from one's mistakes along the way. He writes, "The most important thing is that you begin. Once you do, you'll find that the momentum builds and the process becomes easier." Overall, Chapter 3 emphasizes the importance of building assets that generate income and the role that investing in real estate or starting a business can play in achieving financial freedom. The chapter challenges readers to shift their mindset from working for someone else's business to building their own assets. Kiyosaki provides practical advice for getting started and emphasizes the importance of financial education in making informed investment decisions. Chapter 4. Mind Your Own Business. In this chapter, Kiyosaki delves into the importance of financial literacy and how it can help individuals achieve financial freedom. Kiyosaki notes that financial literacy is not just about understanding numbers, but also about understanding how money works in the real world. Kiyosaki shares a story about his two dads, his biological father, who he refers to as Poor Dad, and his best friend's father, who he refers to as Rich Dad. He notes that while both dads were well educated, they had vastly different views on money. Poor Dad believed that the key to financial security was to work hard and save money, while Rich Dad believed in using money to make more money. Rich Dad emphasized the importance of financial literacy and taught Kiyosaki and his best friend about basic financial concepts such as assets, liabilities, income, and expenses. He believed that financial literacy was critical to achieving financial freedom. Kiyosaki notes that financial literacy is not taught in schools, which is a major problem. He argues that individuals must take responsibility for their own financial education and seek out resources to help them learn. He recommends reading books on personal finance and investing, attending seminars and workshops, and seeking out mentors who have achieved financial success. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of taking action and applying what one learns through practical experience. He notes that individuals must be willing to make mistakes and learn from them in order to achieve financial success. He writes, "The more you learn, the more you earn, but only if you take action and apply what you learn." The chapter also explores the concept of fear and how it can prevent individuals from achieving financial freedom. Kiyosaki notes that many people are afraid of taking risks and making mistakes, which prevents them from investing in assets that could generate passive income. He argues that fear is often a result of a lack of knowledge and experience, and that individuals must educate themselves in order to overcome it. Finally, Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of taking control of one's financial future. He notes that individuals must be proactive in managing their finances and creating assets that generate passive income. He writes, "You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself." Overall, Chapter 4 emphasizes the importance of financial literacy and the role that it plays in achieving financial freedom. Kiyosaki encourages readers to take responsibility for their own financial education and to seek out resources to help them learn. He also challenges readers to overcome their fear and take action towards building assets that generate passive income. The chapter provides practical advice for getting started and emphasizes the importance of taking control of one's financial future. Chapter 5. The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. Chapter 5 mostly focuses on the differences between assets and liabilities and how understanding these concepts can lead to financial success. Kiyosaki notes that many people believe that owning a home is an asset, but he argues that it is actually a liability. He explains that a liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket, while an asset is anything that puts money into your pocket. In the case of a home, it requires regular maintenance, repairs, and mortgage payments, which are all expenses that take money out of your pocket. Kiyosaki also notes that many people believe that their job is an asset, but he argues that it is actually a liability as well. He explains that a job is only as secure as the company that provides it, and that individuals have little control over their income or their ability to generate passive income. Instead, Kiyosaki argues that individuals should focus on acquiring assets that generate passive income. He explains that passive income is money that comes in without requiring active work, such as rental income or dividends from stocks. He notes that the key to achieving financial freedom is to build a portfolio of assets that generate enough passive income to cover one's expenses. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of financial education and understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt. He explains that good debt is debt that is used to acquire assets that generate passive income, such as a mortgage on a rental property. Bad debt, on the other hand, is debt that is used to acquire liabilities, such as credit card debt or a car loan. The chapter provides practical advice for building a portfolio of assets. Kiyosaki recommends starting small and investing in low-risk assets, such as mutual funds or index funds. He also recommends seeking out mentors who have achieved financial success and learning from their experiences. Kiyosaki also notes that building a portfolio of assets requires discipline and sacrifice. He writes, "You must have the discipline to delay gratification, to sacrifice the present for the future, and to take the necessary risks to create a better life for yourself and your family." Overall, Chapter 5 emphasizes the importance of understanding the difference between assets and liabilities and the role that passive income plays in achieving financial freedom. Kiyosaki challenges readers to think differently about their finances and to focus on acquiring assets that generate passive income. He provides practical advice for getting started and emphasizes the importance of financial education and discipline. The chapter provides a roadmap for building a portfolio of assets and taking control of one's financial future. Chapter 6. The Rich Invent Money. Chapter 6 of Rich Dad Poor Dad focuses on the importance of working to learn, not just to earn. Kiyosaki writes that the traditional approach to education, which emphasizes getting good grades and a secure job, can be limiting and often leads to financial struggles. Kiyosaki argues that true education is not just about acquiring knowledge, but also about developing skills and gaining experience. He writes, "Education is more valuable than money because money comes and goes, but education stays with you for life." Kiyosaki tells the story of his friend Mike, who dropped out of high school and started working for his father's business. Mike realized that he was not interested in taking over the family business and decided to pursue other opportunities. He started working for a successful businessman named Mr. Martin, who became his mentor and taught him about investing and building businesses. Mike eventually became financially successful, and Kiyosaki attributes much of his success to his willingness to work for the sake of learning, rather than just for a paycheck. Kiyosaki emphasizes that individuals should focus on acquiring skills that are in demand in the marketplace, such as sales, marketing, and negotiation. He notes that the most successful people are often those who have a wide range of skills and can adapt to different situations. He encourages readers to seek out mentors who can teach them these skills and to invest in their own education by attending seminars, workshops, and other training opportunities. Kiyosaki also challenges the traditional approach to retirement, which involves working for 30 to 40 years and then living off of a pension or social security. He argues that this approach is outdated and often leads to financial insecurity in old age. Instead, he advocates for building a portfolio of assets that generate passive income, which can provide financial security and independence in retirement. The chapter provides practical advice for working to learn. Kiyosaki recommends seeking out jobs that offer opportunities for growth and development, even if they pay less in the short term. He also advises readers to take risks and try new things, rather than sticking to the same job or career for their entire life. Kiyosaki concludes the chapter by emphasizing the importance of taking control of one's own financial education and investing in oneself. He writes, "The greatest asset you have is your mind. If you invest in it, you'll have the ability to create wealth for the rest of your life." Overall, Chapter 6 encourages readers to think differently about their approach to education and work. Kiyosaki challenges traditional ideas about success and retirement and provides practical advice for working to learn and developing skills that are in demand in the marketplace. The chapter emphasizes the importance of investing in one's own education and taking control of one's financial future. Chapter 7. Work to learn, don't work for money. In Chapter 7, Kiyosaki discusses the importance of financial literacy, or the ability to understand and manage one's finances effectively. Kiyosaki argues that financial education is not emphasized enough in traditional schooling, and that many people lack the basic knowledge and skills necessary to build wealth and achieve financial independence. Kiyosaki shares his own experiences with financial education, noting that he learned much of what he knows from his rich dad, who was his friend's father and a successful businessman. His rich dad taught him the importance of understanding financial statements, such as balance sheets and income statements, and using them to make informed investment decisions. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. He defines assets as things that put money into one's pocket, such as rental properties or stocks that pay dividends, and liabilities as things that take money out of one's pocket, such as a mortgage or credit card debt. He notes that many people mistakenly believe that their home is an asset when in reality, it is often a liability that requires ongoing expenses for maintenance and mortgage payments. Kiyosaki argues that the key to building wealth is to focus on acquiring assets that generate passive income, rather than simply accumulating more liabilities. He notes that many people spend their entire lives working to pay off debt, rather than investing in assets that can provide ongoing income. The chapter also touches on the importance of understanding taxes and how they impact one's finances. Kiyosaki notes that many people pay too much in taxes because they do not take advantage of all available deductions and exemptions. He encourages readers to educate themselves on tax laws and to work with a knowledgeable accountant or financial advisor. Kiyosaki also addresses the topic of risk, noting that all investments carry some degree of risk. He advises readers to educate themselves on different types of investments and to carefully evaluate the potential risks and rewards before making any investment decisions. The chapter concludes with practical advice for improving financial literacy, including reading books on finance and investing, attending seminars and workshops, and seeking out mentors who can provide guidance and advice. Overall, Chapter 7 emphasizes the importance of financial education and literacy in building wealth and achieving financial independence. Kiyosaki encourages readers to think differently about their finances and to focus on acquiring assets that generate passive income, rather than simply accumulating more liabilities. The chapter provides practical advice for improving financial literacy and making informed investment decisions. Chapter 8. Overcoming obstacles. Chapter 8 focuses on the importance of taking action and overcoming fear in order to achieve financial success. Kiyosaki notes that fear often holds people back from pursuing their dreams and taking risks, and that many people are content to live in their comfort zones, even if it means missing out on opportunities for growth and wealth. Kiyosaki shares his own experiences with fear and taking risks, noting that he initially struggled with fear and self-doubt when he first started investing in real estate. However, he ultimately overcame these fears and was able to achieve financial success by taking calculated risks and learning from his mistakes. The chapter emphasizes the importance of taking action, even if it means making mistakes or experiencing setbacks along the way. Kiyosaki notes that many people are held back by the fear of failure and that they never take action as a result. He encourages readers to embrace failure as a necessary part of the learning process and to view it as an opportunity for growth and improvement. Kiyosaki also touches on the topic of mindset, noting that successful people tend to have a different mindset than those who struggle financially. He argues that mindset is a key factor in achieving financial success and that people need to cultivate a positive and proactive mindset in order to overcome fear and take action. The chapter also addresses the topic of procrastination, noting that many people put off taking action because they are waiting for the perfect moment or for everything to be just right. Kiyosaki advises readers to take action even if they don't feel fully prepared, noting that action often leads to clarity and that taking the first step is often the hardest. Kiyosaki concludes the chapter by encouraging readers to take small, consistent steps toward their goals and to focus on making progress rather than achieving perfection. He notes that taking action is the key to overcoming fear and achieving financial success, and that even small steps can lead to significant progress over time. Overall, Chapter 8 emphasizes the importance of taking action and overcoming fear in order to achieve financial success. Kiyosaki encourages readers to embrace failure as a necessary part of the learning process and to cultivate a positive and proactive mindset. He advises readers to take small, consistent steps toward their goals and to focus on making progress rather than achieving perfection. The chapter provides practical advice for overcoming fear and taking action, and encourages readers to view setbacks as opportunities for growth and improvement. Chapter 9. Getting Started. This chapter highlights the importance of financial education and understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Kiyosaki notes that many people struggle financially because they do not have a basic understanding of how money works and how to make it work for them. Kiyosaki defines an asset as something that puts money in your pocket, while a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. He argues that many people mistakenly view their homes and cars as assets, when in reality they are liabilities that require ongoing expenses and maintenance. The chapter emphasizes the importance of building a portfolio of assets that generate income and increase in value over time. Kiyosaki notes that many people rely solely on their income from their jobs, which can be a risky strategy in an unpredictable economy. Kiyosaki also discusses the importance of financial intelligence, which he defines as the ability to understand financial statements and make informed investment decisions. He notes that many people do not understand the language of money and are therefore unable to make sound financial decisions. The chapter provides practical advice for building financial intelligence, including reading financial books and articles, attending seminars and workshops, and seeking out mentors who have achieved financial success. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for one's own financial education and not relying solely on financial advisors or other experts. Kiyosaki also addresses the topic of risk, noting that every investment carries some degree of risk. He advises readers to take calculated risks and to always do their homework before making investment decisions. The chapter concludes with a discussion of the importance of taking action and implementing what one has learned through financial education. Kiyosaki notes that knowledge alone is not enough to achieve financial success and that action is required in order to build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Overall, Chapter 9 emphasizes the importance of financial education and understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Kiyosaki provides practical advice for building financial intelligence and taking calculated risks, and encourages readers to take responsibility for their own financial education. The chapter emphasizes the importance of building a portfolio of income-generating assets in order to achieve financial freedom and security. Chapter 10. Still want more? Here are some to-dos. Chapter 10 is the final chapter of the book, where Kiyosaki discusses the importance of surrounding oneself with like-minded individuals who share similar financial goals and values. He argues that the people with whom one spends time have a significant impact on one's beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors related to money. Kiyosaki notes that many people are influenced by the financial beliefs and habits of their parents, friends, and colleagues. He argues that it is important to evaluate these influences and seek out individuals who can offer positive financial guidance and support. The chapter emphasizes the importance of networking and building relationships with individuals who have achieved financial success. Kiyosaki notes that successful people tend to associate with other successful people, and that these relationships can provide valuable opportunities for learning and growth. Kiyosaki also discusses the importance of finding a mentor or someone who has achieved financial success and is willing to share their knowledge and experience. He notes that a good mentor can offer guidance, advice, and accountability, and can help individuals avoid common mistakes and pitfalls. The chapter provides practical advice for finding a mentor, including attending seminars and networking events, seeking out successful individuals in one's industry or field, and leveraging online resources, such as social media and online forums. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of taking action and implementing what one has learned through networking and mentorship. He notes that it is not enough to simply learn from successful individuals, one must also take action and apply this knowledge in order to achieve financial success. The chapter concludes with a discussion of the importance of giving back and sharing one's knowledge and resources with others. Kiyosaki notes that successful individuals have a responsibility to help others achieve financial success, and that this can be accomplished through mentorship, philanthropy, and other forms of giving back. Overall, Chapter 10 highlights the importance of surrounding oneself with positive influences and seeking out mentorship and guidance from successful individuals. Kiyosaki provides practical advice for finding a mentor and building a network of like-minded individuals, and emphasizes the importance of taking action and implementing what one has learned. The chapter concludes with a call to give back and help others achieve financial success.